Epictetus was a Greek philosopher who lived from 55 AD to 135 AD. He was a Stoic philosopher, and his teachings were focused on how to live a virtuous life. Here are some of his most famous sayings. The saying, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters," is one of Epictetus's most famous teachings, and it is central to his philosophy of Stoicism. The underlying idea is that we cannot control external events, but we have complete control over how we choose to respond to them. Epictetus believed that our responses to external events can be positive or negative, and that the key to living a virtuous life is to cultivate a mindset that is focused on reason, resilience, and self-control. When faced with difficult or challenging circumstances, we can either react with anger, frustration, or despair, or we can choose to approach the situation with calm, rational thought and a positive attitude. In essence, Epictetus is saying that we should not let external events dictate our emotions or actions. Instead, we should recognize that we have the power to control our own attitudes and reactions. By doing so, we can live a life that is guided by reason and virtue, rather than being at the mercy of our own emotions or external events. This teaching is particularly important in modern times, where we are often bombarded by negative news, stressful work environments, and a myriad of other challenges. By adopting a Stoic mindset and focusing on our own reactions to external events, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment, even in the face of adversity. The saying, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants," is another one of Epictetus's most famous teachings. In this saying, Epictetus emphasizes the importance of living a simple life and cultivating a mindset that is focused on contentment and gratitude, rather than material possessions and wealth. Epictetus believed that wealth and possessions do not bring true happiness or fulfillment, and that the pursuit of material wealth can actually be detrimental to our well-being. Instead, he believed that true wealth lies in having few wants and being content with what we have. By minimizing our desires and focusing on the present moment, we can free ourselves from the endless pursuit of material possessions and find happiness and contentment in our daily lives. In modern times, this teaching is particularly relevant, as many people are caught up in the pursuit of material wealth and consumerism. Epictetus's teaching reminds us that true happiness and contentment cannot be found in material possessions, and that cultivating a sense of gratitude and simplicity can lead to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Overall, the saying, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants," is a powerful reminder that true wealth and happiness come from within, and that living a simple, contented life can be far more rewarding than the pursuit of material wealth. The saying, "No man is free who is not a master of himself," is a central teaching of Epictetus, and it emphasizes the importance of self-mastery and self-control. Epictetus believed that true freedom lies not in external circumstances or possessions, but in the ability to control our own thoughts, emotions, and actions. He believed that self-mastery is the key to living a virtuous life, and that we must learn to control our desires and emotions in order to become truly free. By mastering ourselves, we can live in harmony with our own nature and the world around us, and we can achieve a sense of inner peace and contentment. In contrast, those who are ruled by their passions and desires are enslaved to their own impulses and are unable to live a life of true freedom. In modern times, this teaching is particularly relevant, as many people struggle with self-control and find themselves constantly giving in to impulses and desires. Epictetus's teaching reminds us that true freedom comes not from external circumstances, but from the ability to control our own thoughts, emotions, and actions. Overall, the saying, "No man is free who is not a master of himself," is a powerful reminder that true freedom and self-mastery are essential to living a virtuous and fulfilling life, and that we must work to cultivate these qualities in ourselves if we wish to achieve true happiness and contentment. The saying, "Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle: some things are within our control, and some things are not," is another one of Epictetus's most famous teachings, and it is one of the fundamental principles of Stoic philosophy. The principle that Epictetus is referring to is the idea that we cannot control external events, but we can control our own thoughts, emotions, and actions. This means that we should focus our energy and attention on the things that we can control, such as our own attitudes and behaviors, and let go of the things that are outside of our control, such as other people's opinions or the weather. By accepting this principle and focusing on what is within our control, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment, and avoid getting caught up in anxiety or frustration over things that we cannot change. This mindset can also help us make better decisions and take more effective action in our daily lives, as we are able to focus our energy on the things that we can influence. In modern times, this teaching is particularly relevant, as many people struggle with feelings of anxiety, stress, and overwhelm due to external events that are outside of their control. Epictetus's teaching reminds us that we cannot control everything in our lives, but we can control our own thoughts and actions, and that by doing so, we can find happiness and freedom in even the most challenging circumstances. Overall, the saying, "Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle: some things are within our control, and some things are not," is a powerful reminder to focus on what we can control in our lives, and to let go of the things that are outside of our control. By doing so, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment, and live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. The saying, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters," is another one of Epictetus's most famous teachings. In this saying, Epictetus emphasizes the importance of our own attitudes and reactions to external events, rather than the events themselves. Epictetus believed that external events are often beyond our control, and that what really matters is how we choose to respond to them. By cultivating a mindset of resilience and positivity, we can learn to navigate even the most challenging circumstances with grace and dignity, and emerge from them stronger and more resilient. In modern times, this teaching is particularly relevant, as many people face a variety of challenges and difficulties in their daily lives. Epictetus's teaching reminds us that we have the power to choose our own attitudes and reactions to these challenges, and that by doing so, we can transform them into opportunities for growth and learning. Overall, the saying, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters," is a powerful reminder that our own attitudes and reactions are within our control, and that we have the power to transform even the most challenging circumstances into opportunities for growth and learning. By embracing this mindset, we can cultivate a sense of resilience and positivity that can help us navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and dignity.